Welcome to my channel. This is the Fashion Cat channel, and I am Candace. I am a reseller. I've been a reseller for 5 years, and I sell on multiple platforms like Poshmark, Etsy, Depop, Curtsy, and this particular series is going to be about me sending in items to thredUP in 2023. I am a part of the new program, the VIS program, a very important seller, I think it is. Um, so this is from May. These are items that I sent in at like May 21st. And these items actually sold pretty quick. I'm still waiting for all the funds to come through, but these were items that were sitting in my death pile. And they were things that I just like didn't want to sell, or there might have been some items that I just pulled from what was already listed, just that I wanted to see if they could sell a lot quicker. Now, some of the payouts are not that great, but at this point, I don't want to be a storage area, and I didn't want to necessarily just give it to Goodwill. I had quite a few items from that I bought a while back from a mystery box. I don't know if it's from Jomar or from Helpsy. It was the Woman from Within or Women Within, and it was plus size box, and I had quite a few items from there that I put in. It doesn't get very good value no matter where I sell it. There are sometimes that shirts will sell well on Poshmark where I made a profit off of it, but for the most part, I'm not very interested in selling it. I won't be picking up it in the future. I tried it, didn't like it. It's not my thing. Um, I am transitioning my Poshmark into something different and my brand into something different later on this year. I'm working on transitioning that. So I'm trying to get a lot of the inventory that I don't think will go with my new plan. So I'm trying to get rid of a lot of stuff. So the line and dot shirt that I sold on thredUP, it sold for $24.99, and it's a pretty good brand. However, I only got $1.75 from it. I was kind of surprised because it was new with tags, but it is an older style. The Escada Sport casual pants that I sold, these were really cool. They actually had on the side of the leg like a cable knit to them. They were in really good condition. And thredUP sold it for $50.99, but for some reason, um, it says that I'm getting 30% after their cut, which only left like $6.25. So that's not great. I was a little surprised about that because Escada tends to do a little bit better on thredUP. Um, I don't know if I could have sold those. If I would have sold them myself, like on thredUP, I mean, somewhere else, Etsy, Poshmark, or on eBay, I think it would have taken longer. So this to me was a quicker sale, and so I don't know. I just wanted it out of my death pile. Um, Coach bag I got in a Helpsy um bag lot, and um if it pays out, it'll be $44. I think that's great. I don't think I would have really got that on any other platform, so I hope that sells soon. There's still like 60 days left. Um, Zara blazers. So Zara blazers sell amazingly well for me um, on Poshmark. The key to that is to relist often. Don't let it go too long. I may do another video about relisting items. I have been very diligent about relisting items every 60 days, and it has been paying off. Um, but I ordered a customized lot of Zara blazers on Helpsy, and It was, I think, 50 to 100. I can't remember how many I bought, but they sold pretty well. I sold some on live shows, and I also sold just quite a few just on Poshmark, and they're kind of like my bread and butter. So I like them. But this particular one that sold on thredUP, it was kind of an older style. It was kind of plain. So I'll take 5.75. It's kind of a little bit of a loss for me. Um, they sold it for 40.99. So that just goes to show you Zara blazers sell relatively well. This Christopher and Banks, I don't know why they said it was like two-piece swimwear because it wasn't. It was just kind of like a vest, lacy vest thing, kind of witchy core. And I'm not surprised that it was 91 cents. I got it really inexpensively anyway, but it just sat for so long, and I did have it listed and it just went nowhere. So I'm like, I don't mind just getting rid of it. It's better than going to Goodwill for free. So, um, Alex evening jacket, 37.99. They're pricing it at. I'll get 9.12, and I think I sourced it for like maybe $6 or something. I think this came from a vintage box. It either came from a vintage box or the designer box, and I hope it wasn't the designer box from Helpsy because that had a higher price point, so I'd be losing money on it. And honestly, I didn't keep track of it. I'm almost positive it came out of my vintage box. I did not try to sell this on any other platform, um, and I didn't try to sell it myself. It's a pretty jacket, but it didn't. It's just not my style and my aesthetic. So I am leaving it up to thredUP to sell it, but I won't be disappointed if it gets $9. Um, I was a little disappointed in this Polo Ralph Lauren. I did actually lose money on this one. But I have another one for sale, and it's taking a long time to sell on Poshmark and eBay. It will sell, I think, eventually, but I expect a lot more out of it on the platforms. I was just trying out Polo Ralph Lauren to see, and this was like new with tags, so kind of disappointed. I'm surprised they even had it at 55.99. I thought they would have it at a little bit more, due to it's really a newer style and new with tags. Now, the shocker, kind of shocked, kind of not shocked, is the Lafayette 148 sleeveless silk top. Now, it is silk, so that is a little bit more desirable. It was a nice silk knit, and this actually matched the nice tight knit silk jacket. So I'm surprised they didn't sell together, but I guess it's smart to sell it separately. Um, and they were selling that tank top for $47. Somebody bought it. I get $13.92, but the jacket sold for $84 and I'll get 43. So that's something to note, like that silk tight knit, that's something that you may want to try to source. Lafayette 148 does pretty well on thredUP, I noticed. Not everything, um, but I would say, look at fabric, look at type of product, and um, season. Now, this is from May, so just keep that in mind as well. Um, and this sold probably not too long ago, and it's August right now of 2023. Um, Theory casual pants. Um, they had it for 48.99. The wider legs, those are selling, they're in style right now and they're selling pretty good. Levi's actually sells kind of good if you have you know, more modern styles and some of these cutoff shorts. These had some really interesting pockets on them with like the logo. And so I think that's why they actually sold. I tried selling them on my own, but they were pretty worn, but worn in a good way, like worn and distressed in a good way. I'm sure whoever got these are going to be pretty happy with them. Zara basic jumpsuit. This was brand new. I don't know why it didn't sell for more. I was a little surprised. I should have sold it myself, and I didn't even try. Came from my own personal collection. American Rag pullover hoodie, $2.43. Kind of thought this style would have sold a little bit better. It was, kind of rainbow, cable knit, lightweight. Could have been like a beach over pullover, but nope, $2.43. But I think I could have sold that myself for more. Roman's casual dress. I could have probably sold this for a little bit more, or at least got more profit from it. It was a nice piece, and even though Romans doesn't actually sell that great, certain pieces will sell. Like, I don't know what it is about that brand, but it is a desirable brand to some, and so it can sell pretty decent if you get it for a low price. And all my Roman stuff was new with tags. Um, I've sold some items even on Poshmark for a pretty decent price. Um, so I don't know. I could have done better on that one, I think, but I'm not upset because it's not what I'm going for in the future as far as the aesthetic, and I have to be very mindful of my time because I do work full time and I'm only doing this part time. And so I really am appreciative that I can send things to places like RealReal and thredUP so that I don't have to do the work and I'm going to get something in return. And I have enough inventory to do that to balance it out. But I would not source Romans um, unless you could get it for 50 cents at a rummage sale and it's new with tags, which would be hard. So another shirt, Roman shirt, $1.47. Um, I had a Zara piece that um it's an older piece, pretty color though, and floral and cool sleeves, and they marked it at $23 and somebody bought it, but I only get $4 out of it. I'm sure I took a loss on that. Um, Alex Mill, I was a little surprised, not really surprised that this was only a $2.70 payout, but I believe it was new with tags. And Alex Mills sometimes can do well. It just very, specific pieces. I think like um, maybe jumpsuits and dresses, and just be very cautious. I don't know if I would seek it out myself, but if it can't comes into like any type of helpsy mystery box, don't be too upset. You'll probably be able to sell it somewhere for a decent price, better than 270. But this piece, I mean, it's a striped red shirt. There's so many out in the world. Not a very unique piece. J. Crew factory store casual pants. They were kind of like the linen look pants. Those sold for $1.83. I wasn't gonna sell these. I mean, they weren't in the best. I mean, they weren't in bad condition. Actually, I think these were from my own collection and my own closet, I mean. And so I don't know. I'm okay with that. H by Halston actually sells pretty well on that thredUP, or so it looks like. And they price it pretty high. So depending on what your cost of goods are, it could be lucrative to source this. This one hasn't sold yet. There's still 60 days left, but it's like a glittery color. I don't know if it's still going to sell because it is very summery, but if somebody's looking for like a brunch or maybe a wedding guest dress, that this might be the dress for them. It could still sell. And like I was saying, it's August right now. Maybe like if they're looking for something that's still kind of summery. Um, yeah. Talbots, I like to send my Talbots that I don't sell. And yeah, I don't mind whatever I get for these because I don't like to list them myself. Rarely do I. So here's another Lafayette 148. Now, if I would have held off and sent this in this month for it to be listed in the next 2 months, I bet you this price would have been a lot higher. This is a Lafayette 148 New York wool skirt, and it's a good size, size 8. And it was in excellent condition. I probably could have sold this and got more for it myself. So regrets, but I still profited off of it. I think I maybe paid $6 to $8 for it. So not upset about that. Show me your moo. I have no idea how much I paid for this. I don't know what my cost of goods. I can't remember. I might have taken a loss on this. I can't. Oh no, I didn't. I think this was in a mystery box. Um, and I'm sure it was under $10. So I did make a little bit of profit on it. It sold for $20.81. So not all of my I'm still waiting on um they get a window of time to return items. So I'm still waiting on that before I get my final payout on this. But so far so good. I'm not upset about this. Now I've sent in a lot of different boxes for their VIS program, and they've been processing those boxes so fast, faster than I can even get my next boxes out. So I'm going to be doing a whole series on YouTube about it and giving updates as they sell. Now I'm also going to be doing a video about Curtsy. Curtsy is another app that I've been using lately that I think is starting to gain some momentum. And I was able to pull all of my items from Poshmark into my Curtsy app. It was very easy to do. It only took like a whole day. And you do have to go back and edit the listings. And speaking of which, Um, when you send in your VIS boxes, they do give you a window of time to edit some of your boxes and add information about your items on thredUP, which I thought was really nice as part of the VIS program. But back to the Curtsy app, I will be posting a video about that. I do think it's worth my time to do Curtsy. I do make a little bit of side money on that. What things that don't sell on other platforms tend to sell well. On Curtsy, it's not a lot of money, but it moves my inventory, and that's what I'm all about. I don't want to be a storage facility. That is for sure. So come back and check out my next video, especially if you're interested in maybe selling on thredUP and other platforms. Um, and maybe I'll do some what solds on Poshmark and Bolo items. Um, the Bolo items change so much from week to week, month to month, season to season. But I think it's important to see what other people are selling. So if you're interested in that, subscribe and come back soon. Thanks.